Hey guys, this is Hannah from For the Love of Squad, and today I'm going to be editing a photo so you guys can see what my editing process kind of looks like. This is a photo of Lauren, and yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to start with a Photoshop action that I like to kick off any editing process that I do. Basically what it does is it separates the skin texture from the skin color. And you can see the action itself and what the process looks like. And I hide the layer T because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see what we do with the layer S if it were unhidden. And let's do that. So you select the layer S, the skin, and you go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And you don't want the blur to be too much that you can't make out facial features, but you also don't want it to be too little that it's like nothing's changed. You want it to be just enough that the skin color and the tone has blended together smoothly, and just kind of nitpick that. Yeah. You go okay, and then you just go to the T layer, the texture layer, and we unhide that, and you go to linear light. You can do this before or after, and go to image, apply image, invert, add, and the layer S, the skin layer. And you want your opacity to be at 100 and you want your scale to be at 2. And you can see that when it's on normal, you can see that the texture of the skin has been separated from the skin itself. But when we go to linear light, it's like nothing has really changed. The skin's just been a little bit more airbrushed. And we're going to make a copy of the skin layer, and we're going to take the healing brush tool, and we're just going to start blending the skin a little bit more together so that things are a little bit more smooth. It's one more even tone. She's a beautiful person already. It's just for the photo purposes, we're going to just even things out a little bit and stuff like that. So I just alt-click, I source, and then I'm just clicking around to make sure everything's a little bit even. Unfortunately, I got a very bad screen recorder from online because my old one, for some reason, wouldn't work in Photoshop, which was very disappointing. So sadly, as I found out after I'd done the video, you can't really make out the details. It's not a clear photo anymore, which is really sad. Because you could definitely see more of what I'm doing if you could actually see the photo itself and not like a pixelated version. But this will have to do for now. I will make more photo videos later on, but for now this is what we got. So I'm just cleaning it up some more, and it also removes small wrinkles and stuff like that, and if there's like small bumps, it does a good job of removing those and smoothing things out. Just doing it some more. I'm very, very picky, so you'll see me double checking my work a lot to make sure things look pretty natural still, and I haven't altered the face too much and stuff like that. I can tell mostly what I'm doing just when it's zoomed in and stuff like that, but it's always nice for me to go back and double check my work and without making too many mistakes before and then not being able to go back and change everything. I know that you can undo up to 5,000, you can have up to 5,000 undos, but that slows down your computer a lot, so I keep it to 25, which is why I make copies. Always, 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 always make copies, because you don't want to have altered the original itself and not be able to really go back. Of course, you can just exit Photoshop, but you want to be able to just exit, you want to be able to delete a little bit of your work if you make a mistake somewhere, and then you can just delete that and you won't have to worry so much about losing all your other progress. So always make copies. Even though you can undo up to 5,000 times, it slows down your computer a bunch. Don't do it. So I'm duplicating that layer again, and I'm going to go down to the side of the face. The first S copy, the skin copy, was for the forehead itself, and S copy 2 is going to be for the cheek and for the chin. And I think a little bit elsewhere, but I'm not completely sure. So you can see I'm just doing some more of what I did before with the healing brush tool. just clicking around. You don't want to cover the freckles, because if you do, it'll like whiten them out a little bit, and it won't look natural, because the texture layer has been separated, and the texture has a little bit, it just like, it's weird. Like, because they're separated, it changes things. So if you like whiten out the freckles in the skin layer, but you leave the texture layer, it just looks weird, and it's not nice. Don't do it, trust me. But yeah, so I'm just evening out parts of her face, smoothing shadows and stuff like that. We actually did this shoot to celebrate her side shave that she got with her new silver hair. Super nice. She looks super great. It's super cute. Super. I like the word super. But yeah, we took a lot of photos in there. It was a lot of fun. We ate ice cream and stuff. So I guess you can see a little bit of how I've changed things. Not a bunch. It'd be more clear if it weren't pixelated, but you can grasp a little bit of what I've done, I guess. Maybe when I zoom out and unhide and hide, you'll be able to see it a little bit easier, but yeah. Yeah, I can see it a little bit. It's just it all looks pixelated. Makes me mad. Yep, so that was me going back and double checking my work and seeing if anything looks a little uneven now, and I fixed some stuff up. So through the pixelatedness, you can see a little bit of shifts there. And yeah, just fixing a little bit up. God, it's even slow because of it. That's not how slow my computer loads, guys, trust me. And here I'm going to duplicate the layer again, and I'm going to be editing a little bit of her neck, just smoothing out some necklines that she has. So yeah, making sure that it's not too dramatic of a change. I don't really like dramatic changes unless it's like gradients and color retouching, but when it comes to like skin retouching, I don't like it to look super unnatural. And of course the photo subject is gonna know that that's not what they really look like, and it's not fun. And here I am actually going to do the texture layer itself, and I'm going to be just removing small bumps. You wouldn't want to do this like at all ever with really big bumps. It doesn't look good when it's really big because this tool, it blurs the skin basically, and if it's too big of a blur, you can see it and it doesn't look nice at all. And I'm just doing it a teensy bit with the teeth, I guess, but that looked bad when I just did that, and I went and undid it. So yeah, just getting rid of like some mascara stuff and small little things. Very, very, very small details. This could even just be me nitpicking, because I'm pretty sure nobody's going to zoom this far in and see it, but now I'm just studying it a little bit. And that's what it looked like before and after. Alright, yeah, so I'm taking out a little bit of this redness that was there. And we're going to do a new layer. Double checking my work. now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like fix up the lipstick a little bit. Usually I would do something like a lot more complicated, has to do with like the clone tool and stuff like that. But for this right now, I'm just like gonna paint over it a little bit with a similar color just to even out the lipstick color, because you can see it's like faded a little bit in some spots. And I know I work on this for a little while and I changed some things. Like that's obviously too light of a color in some spots, like right there where I just undid it. So yeah, and then we're just gonna change the opacity and stuff like that to make it look natural. But yeah, usually I would do a lot more, but I figured it wouldn't be too big of a deal. Just changing it a little bit and leaving it like that. It's not like it looks terrible or something like that. It's just me evening it out a little bit more. Yep, so here we go. I'm doing overlay, changing the opacity down. As you can see, there's a little bit of a difference, but I think I'm going to go back and do it a little bit more. Darken some areas where it's a little bit lighter. Especially like where it's lighter. I mean, I think I'm on black at this point. Yeah, I think I'm on black, just going over where it's way lighter in the corners and by the teeth. Yep, so you can see some subtle changes. Yeah, now I'm on black. I said, nope, it's not dark enough. And you can see what I've done. Really, this is not like the best way at all to go about this. But if you're really not looking to change a whole lot, you just want some small changes that are gonna help a little bit, but not crazy, then this is one way you can do it for sure. Like I said, usually I would just use the clone and some of this painting and stuff like that. But yeah. Accidentally made a layer. And I'm going to whiten the teeth just a little bit. Just brighten them a small bit. This is not the way you would go about whitening teeth. But I was just looking to brighten them just a small bit. So I just said, alright, we'll just do it this way. But this is not the way you should whiten teeth. If you do, it only looks good because it's on such a low opacity. If you whiten teeth like this at 50% opacity, they would look like they're glowing and it would not be pretty. And it would obviously look like you had painted over them. There's a very good process to whitening and brightening teeth where it doesn't look so fake at 100% opacity. Though I don't think you use it at 100% opacity like that anyways. I don't know why I made a group. Alright, so now we're going to do some gradient mapping. One of the last steps. The last step before Lightroom, basically. And I'm just messing around a little bit looking at what maps I can use. The bottom two colors are the colors that will be all like changing in the map and stuff like that. Those are the colors that you're going to see. And you just click on the box. And there's like multiple ways you can do it. You can do it in screen, you can do it in overlay, soft light, lighten. I end up going with soft light on here, I believe. But screen works well. As you can see, it's on a very low opacity. I'm still getting comfortable, I guess you could say, with editing like the colors themselves and stuff like that. I've always done it, but not to like the point where it's gradient mapping and like it can really alter like what colors are most prominent in the photos. So I probably could have like done it a little bit more or experimented a little bit more, but I just went down to like 7% opacity or something like that by the end of it. Checking my work. Yeah, lighten. It's so laggy, it won't keep up. And then there's soft light. And I think I liked it just like that. Yep. Pretty sure. Alright, yep, so I'm saving it and we're good to go. As you can see, I have a bunch of folders for a bunch of things and I save everything and it's crazy. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. And I hope you like the photo of Lauren. She's a cutie. And I'm so happy that she actually wore lipstick for me. I'm so happy. Like, it was truly an honor. So, yeah. So thank you guys very much for watching. Bye!